Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. To begin, we have the Lover's card. Now, put your pitchforks away. This doesn't have to be romance. It could be, if that's what you're looking for. We're going to put this card into some context because I feel like this is that alchemical union, right? This is one and one coming together, not becoming two, becoming magic, right? 1 and 1, or 11, right? Shout out to Tool. Let's put this into some context. I feel like we are experiencing this union, and it could be from different sides of ourselves. It could be with a partner, right? It could be a true love situation. I feel like we're really finding wholeness within ourselves. We have this emotional transparency right now. We could be really transmuting a lot of emotional energy right now, and that's what we are uniting with. That's what's helping to make us whole. This is an alchemical transformation. It has to do with a lot of this emotional stuff, this real depth of emotion that you're experiencing right now. Yeah, for sure. Look at this stuff. We've got a Princess of Pentacles, showing that this has a bottom to it, right? Sometimes we think of the Queen of Cups as a bottomless well, a bottomless ocean. There is something down at the very bottom, okay? So, to me, it's saying that there is an end to this process. And this is a process, again, with the Princess of Pentacles. It's earth and earth. It's very solid earth. This is wholeness. This is a wholeness from which you can begin building the rest of your life, okay? It could be that you've experienced this tower moment recently. This was that big disturbing event that maybe has led to a lot of this internal emotional work that you're doing right now, okay? We've got the Tower, we've got the Princess of Wands, we've got that Prince of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and 3 of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. I kind of feel as if we are, in some ways, building up a new life, maybe rebuilding a life. Whatever this tower was, it seems like something was taken down, okay? Something ended, something disrupted your life. Could be the loss of a loved one, okay? Maybe it was a separation of some kind. Maybe it was the loss of a job, loss of a pet, right? Something that put us in a certain raw state of emotion. And I feel like that has led to a deeper experience, an internal experience where we didn't stop. This was the catalyst. This was the thing that got it going. But now we're just in here, and we're going through a lot of stuff, processing a lot of emotions. Not just that event, but all the events like it, everything that's ever happened to us. And we're finding ways to be very emotionally transparent with ourselves. Maybe that wasn't a big deal, but it felt like it was. Maybe that was a devastating event. Maybe you lost a loved one, and I'm truly sorry. I feel like it began this process of this kind of self-exploration, this catharsis, this internal work, this emotional work that is leading us to wholeness again. Okay, we're finding that wholeness within ourselves, and from that union, a union with our true self, a union of these maybe fragmented parts of ourselves. Every tower moment, I feel like, separates us from a certain aspect of ourselves. Okay? Until sometimes we're so fragmented that it feels like what we are, what our soul is just little pieces on islands all over the place. In this vast ocean, right? We are in so many different pieces all over the ocean on just these little islands. Now we're bringing everybody back together, and we're experiencing this crystallization of our soul. Okay? And from this wholeness, and this is what the Lover's card really is. Okay? And we think of it as a soulmate, as a twin flame kind of thing sometimes. But I think it's also just this, the collection of our soul pieces, and putting that back together and achieving this kind of wholeness. And that's the Lover's card. It's that union, that acceptance. And coupled with this emotional depth, this is radical self-love, radical self-acceptance. We're gluing ourselves back together. We're Humpty Dumpty, and we're putting ourselves back together. Yeah. This is emotional transparency, and we have to process a lot of this stuff. And I'll tell you what, when we look at these cards, this Queen of Cups is very emotional, right? We're doing all this emotional work, and then earth, 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 and then we get more water at the end. By going through this water at the beginning, it's allowing us to build and construct and make plans, make progress, see the future, see a life now that we want to achieve, and achieving that life, and realizing that this is not the only emotional experience that we can have. There is abundance, there is healing, there is love. Okay? Very interesting that we go from this deep water through all the earth energy to get to this water. Yeah. This is our outward expression of love. This is us just as a geyser, you know. We're overflowing with love and abundance, compassion, and joy and healing, you know. This is the river, and that leads all the way back to the ocean here. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is going to be a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. You may notice that I'm talking more softly than usual. I have a really, really bad headache today. This is going to be our card, Alien Simon Morg Ripley, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, Libra, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. You hear my cat. He's got a prediction too, though I just don't know what he's saying. You can put your prediction down in the comments. I feel like if we do it together, it's really going to be a good interactive exercise of intuition, and I think that's going to be good for us. All right. Now, let's take a look around the room. What do we have for major arcana? Well, we have the pieces, and we have us being put back together, right? These are the two major. This is what this period of time in your life is about: falling to pieces, putting it back together. On top of that, we've got a little bit of fire. We've got of course, our water, the beginning and the end of the water, the river and the ocean. Okay, and we've got earth, 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 and earth. And the earth is the building. The earth is the solid ground that really is like this this stability and this certainty that we're responsible for, that we are putting our effort into. I think there are people around you that are supportive, definitely. And I think we have to, lean on those people where we need to. I think that ultimately, though, our future is in our hands, and we want to build it up. We have to have the vision of the future. We have to know what we want. What kind of life do you see yourself having? A year, 6 months or a year from now, let's say. Or even the end of the day, the end of this week. We have to have small goals and big goals. We have to have these huge, unbelievably great goals, but we have to have a daily goal. My goal today, drink a bunch of water, get rid of my headache. Okay. Long-term goals, though, we have to have those as well. And I think with the Knight of Pentacles, this is usually that vision of the future. This is the energy that can see the long-term goals. Maybe we're so fresh off this tower event that we don't see the long-term goals yet. Right now, I'm just trying to get through the day, get through the hour, right? I promise you that as you do this work and continue on this path, your future vision will open up and you'll start seeing end of the month, end of the year, 5-year, 10-year plan becoming clear. Okay? I promise you. And one way to get that going is to take heed of this Princess of Wands here, because this is earth and fire. Okay? And it's really the only fire that we have except for the tower. The tower is some fire energy too, right? But we don't want to go a different direction. If we take this tower energy and we just use it as an excuse to do reckless and wild and crazy things, this leads nowhere, see? This is not going anywhere. It's just bumping into the objects on the table. It's not really doing anything. But if we use that as a way of going within and healing and coming to terms with ourselves and finding this deep water and finding the union and solidifying ourselves, then we can build something lasting. Because we're building it on a foundation, on a solid ground. Here, all of this is just the flames and the smoke coming up. It's not going anywhere. This is not accomplishing anything, but this is kind of what we sometimes feel like doing, right? Sometimes we feel like just being that kind of impulsive energy that's coming off this a tower event, and just doing whatever the heck we want, whatever feels good in the moment, right? But we've got to do this difficult work. And doing this is going to get you to an enjoyment and a happiness and a future and a life and a success that means something. This is a lot more than just that. This is impulsive. It may seem like a good idea in the immediate present, but long term, even short term, it's not a good idea, right? It's not going anywhere, that stuff. It's just rising and it's just dissipating. It's not creating anything. It's not actually accomplishing anything. Okay. On the other hand, the Prince of Pentacles is the builder. This is now we realize that we can process this, that we are becoming more whole, that we are healing, that we're coming back together, that we are achieving this union. This is a real transformation. And this is the transformation of your life. I don't know what this tower event was. Part of me wants to say that this wasn't anything really, really super major, but it was just that spark that lit all this other stuff up. And now has given us the choice either to go this way, kind of up in flames, or to go this way and really do the work to heal, to go within and to pull all the pieces of ourselves together and solidify them, to make them whole again. Okay? Now, I could be wrong. This could have been the worst thing that had ever happened to you in your life. Okay? I'm not trying to minimize it in any way. Whatever it was, though, I feel like has given you the choice, really, that we've got here. I think this is going to be a big transformation if you choose to go this more difficult route, right? There are more cards here. This is easy. This is just, really, really easy, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't lead to anything. This may be more difficult, but it leads to so much more. Okay? And with the Princess of Pentacles underneath you, you have a real potential for a real successful life, to really be happy and strong and successful and wealthy and, all of these things that you want. When I say wealth, I don't always mean financially. We do see a lot of earth energy. I think the money's part of it. And this could be really that devastating loss of money, right? But we're seeing the restoration. We're seeing a way to pull ourselves back together. Use this as the heat that will transform us to be even stronger and bigger and greater and more successful. Okay? This is really the transformation of your life. And we've got to do the work to continue to build it. When we're able to start healing and realize that we can bring every piece of ourself back together and pull this stuff in close, then we start realizing that we're capable of building things outside of ourselves too. We're reconstructing our soul. We're building our life back up bigger, better, stronger than before. This is the Prince of Pentacles. This is the builder. So you realize that we're building ourselves. We're building our life. Yeah. And with the Three of Pentacles over here, we've got the understanding of that process now. We understand the blood, sweat, and tears. We understand what it takes. Let's say this is a career thing. Let's say maybe something happened, you lost your job or your career or something like that, and we've got to kind of start again. We've got to rebuild life. You understand the effort that it takes, and you know that you're capable of this. There's no doubt that this effort is leading to something. This is understanding the process of change. This is in some ways realizing that this had to happen. It may have been the worst thing that had ever happened to us, but for whatever reason, in the bigger picture of life, it was necessary. Okay? And some of this is, yes, we're trying to think of the bright side. We're trying to find the silver lining of things. We're trying to find the blessing in the worst possible circumstances. Okay? So what? That's okay, right? And this, I think, is understanding that from this loss, this departure, this separation, we can build something even greater. It's almost a phoenix kind of energy, rising from those ashes, yeah? But if we think about, is the phoenix a mythical bird, right? Let's think of what we are. We can have the phoenix energy, but let's do so in a practical way. What can we literally build from what remains, from this experience? What opportunity is it providing for us? Did it clear the ground for us to construct something? Okay. Let's make this a lot of earth energy. This has to have practical steps to it moving forward. We're healing. This is the inner spiritual work that's going on, the emotional work, the gluing ourselves back together. This transformation then has to have a physical, tangible component to it. Whether this is physical, like physical body, physical health, and then rebuilding a life, rebuilding a business, getting back to work, getting our finances back in order, whatever the earth energy really represents. It's going to allow you to then make plans for the future. You're going to see that, yeah, there is a future that's possible. I can have a 10-year plan again, a 5-year plan, a 1-year plan. When we're over here on the path of the dove, it doesn't seem there's anything possible beyond how I feel right now and just trying to survive the day. But eventually, it will open up and we'll realize that, yes, I have a future, and I want to continue to build this future up and make it something extraordinary. Make it something that feels good. Now we've got that Six of Pentacles here. That is material success. And we're kind of afraid of that in a way. We're afraid of this kind of harmony. We're afraid of having a good day again. The Six of Pentacles, this is the best day of your life, right? Because maybe we're worried that it kind of looks, when you look at that card, it looks like we're looking down, right, onto a tower. And that to me makes me think the reason this card's in the position of what we don't want is because if this is the best day of our lives, it could very easily turn into the worst day of our lives. And so we're kind of afraid of that. I don't want to have success. I don't want to have nice things because they're just going to get ruined. I don't want to have the perfect day because it's going to become the worst day, right? This is something that we have to get past it, okay? And that's why it's the obstacle. Because what we have next is the Three of Cups, celebration. This is the best day of your life, and you can celebrate it, and you can enjoy it. It's almost like we're waiting for the other shoe to drop, and so we're hesitating here. But no, go ahead and enjoy it when you get here. You will have earned it, and you deserve it, and you created it, you built it. You did the spiritual work, and you did the physical work. And you can enjoy the success. You're free to feel good again. You've done that healing work. It doesn't mean that we're never going to experience another disaster in our lives or another bad day. But the knowledge of the bad days shouldn't prevent us from enjoying the good days, or for striving for those good days, or for building and creating those good days. You know? Let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what alien Simon Mark Ripley has for us today, Libra. I maybe want to see your power card, the Justice card, or Adjustment, as it's called in the Thoth Tarot. We could maybe go for some more water energy. You know, we could do a 6 of Cups, a 9 or a 10 of Cups. I think I'm kind of feeling the fire energy, though. I feel like we need a little bit more fire. We have some enthusiasm here. This is kind of like, this is that impulsiveness, that rush, you know. But maybe we can transmute this into some ambition, you know, and use it to fuel some of this, right? That we're transmuting some of this water, some of this fire even, into a more creative fire rather than what would be a destructive fire over here. If you have a prediction, Libra, put it down in the comments. Let's take a look. It's a Page of Cups. This is synchronicity. This is allowing yourself to dream again, right? This is allowing yourself to have desires and then working toward fulfilling those desires. This is you allowing yourself to fall in love and then pursuing that out in the real world, you know, in the physical material world. Yeah. So what this is kind of, in a way, this is us getting over this obstacle. Yeah, you have dreams, you have wishes, you have desires, but it's almost like we don't want to fulfill them because they would be taken away. Well, now the Page of Cups is saying, with the 3 of Cups here, that we're free to dream, we're free to love, we're free to enjoy things, we're free to follow the signs and the symbols and the synchronicities around us. We've done the healing, and now it's time to use this kind of new, transformed state of ourselves, of our soul, of our lives, and let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. And I think this is really a spiritual journey for you. I think this is taking you down into yourself, and it's really revealing what is important to you. It's revealing to you what you really want and what has value and meaning and what is important. Now we're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I'm here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow if you want. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.